Hello, I am currently sitting in a 2026 Toyota RAV4 XLE Premium, and I'm going to run through all the buttons for you. If you find this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Starting in the middle with the shifter, if you pull it back into reverse, it will bring up your backup camera. Then you have neutral, drive, and if you go over to the left, you can shift through the gears manually. This vehicle does have an electronic park brake, so every time you put the shifter in park, it automatically engages the park brake, and when you take it out of park, it automatically disengages. Next to that, you have a hold button. If you turn this on, you'll see a green hold light in the bottom right corner of the dash. Then if you put the vehicle in drive, you'll see an orange one next to it. You can actually take your foot off the brake while the vehicle's in drive, and it won't go anywhere. Say you're sitting in a drive-thru and you get tired of holding your foot on the brake, it'll hold it for you. Then if you tap the gas pedal, it releases, you can move forward a spot, and then push down hard on the brake to activate again. In front of the shifter, you've got a couple USB-C charging ports. Below that, you have downhill ascent control. If you're going down a steep hill, you can activate this and the vehicle will control the gas and the brake so you can focus on steering. And then this is your traction control off button. Normally you'd want to leave this on, but if you were stuck in some snow or mud and you wanted to spin the tires to try to get out, you could turn it off right there. Above that, you have drive modes where you can go through normal, eco, sport, and custom. Then below that, you have EV mode, which stands for electric vehicle mode. If you have a fully charged hybrid battery and you want to do a low-speed short trip in full electric, you can activate that here. Then you do have a wireless phone charger right here, and then the hazards for the vehicle are up here. Then this vehicle is all-wheel drive, so it's front-wheel drive most of the time. If the front wheels slip at all, it kicks in the back wheels automatically. But if you get into some more difficult terrain, it does have a trail mode, a snow mode, and then you can put it back in normal. This vehicle does have heated seats and a heated steering wheel. So right here you have the driver's side heated seat, high, low, and off. Here you can turn the heated steering wheel on and off, and then the passenger controls are right there. This vehicle does have dual zone auto climate control. This will turn the temperature up and down on the driver's side. This will do front window defrost, so it'll blow all the air up on the front windshield. This will de-ice the back window. This will turn the temperature up and down on the passenger side. Then you have auto, which is like a thermostat for your car. So if it's on auto 70 and it's hot out, it'll cool it down to 70. And if it's cold out, it'll heat it up to 70. Then you can change where you want the vents to blow right here. This will do fan speeds up and down. This will do recirculate on and off, and then sync will make the passenger side do whatever the driver's side does. And then if you hit this up arrow, you get a few more options. There's a de-icer, so you can actually activate this in the winter time to heat your wipers so they don't freeze to the windshield as easily. Then you can turn air conditioning on and off. You can adjust your fan speeds right there. Eco will try to run the climate control a little bit less to make it more fuel efficient. And then this will cancel out the vents that go to the second row passengers. And then if you hit options, it gives you a couple different ways to do the S-Flow, which cancels out the rear vents, and then the de-icer for your windshield wiper. And then if you hit customize, it gives you some options for automatic climate control settings. In the top left corner of the radio screen is your home tab. You can customize this in whatever order you want to see it in. Then you have your cloud navigation. You do have to have a subscription for this through Toyota. It costs $15 per month, and then you'll have built-in maps on the radio screen. Otherwise, you can use your wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto to use your phone's navigation on the screen for free. Then you have the music symbol. All your presets are on the left side here. If you like a station and you want to add it to your preset list, you just hit the heart right here. Then you can go channel by channel. You can pause it and back it up if you missed a song. And if you want to tune directly to a station, you just hit tune, choose FM, AM, or XM, and then just type it in and tune the channel. Then your phone tab here will just take you to your Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, or Android Auto so you can have all your contacts on the screen. Finally, the settings tab, you can log into your profile, adjust the date and time, make all kinds of different vehicle customizations. If you find this video helpful, here are a few ways to help support my channel. Please click that subscribe button and consider making a donation so I can keep making informative content. Thank you. Up above you have map light. This will turn all the lights in the vehicle on, all the lights off, and then the one that says door, if it's lit up like that, anytime you open a door, the lights will come on. Then you have your SOS Safety Connect button. So if you get a flat tire, have some sort of emergency, you can push this, it'll call Toyota, and they can send help your way. Behind the steering wheel is your wipers. If you go up to mist, it'll do one swipe and then back to off. One click down is auto windshield wipers, so if it detects raindrops on the windshield, it'll wipe automatically. You can adjust the sensitivity of the auto wipers right here. Then you have low and high. If you pull this lever towards you, it'll spray and clean the front window. If you push it away from you, it'll spray and clean the back window. And then if you twist the end here, there's a delayed setting and on for the back wiper. Then over here at the headlights, you can go all the way down to DRL off, which is daytime running lights off, no lights at all. Then there's park lights. Most people leave it on auto. They turn on and off on their own. Otherwise, there's headlights, forward for high beam, back for low beam. And then on the end here, you can push this button in for your automatic high beams. Basically, if you're driving down the highway at night with your high beams on and you meet another car and forget to dim them, it can sense their headlights and dim them for you automatically. On the right side of the steering wheel, this vehicle has adaptive cruise control. So basically, if you're driving down the highway with the cruise control set at 70 miles per hour and you come up on a car going any slower, it'll automatically sense that car, slow down, and match their speed. To set that, you get to the speed you want to set it at and push this top left button right here. It'll say set at 70 miles per hour up on the dash. If you want to bump it up to 72, you can go 1, 2. If you want to go back down to 70, you can go 1, 2. If you want to cancel the cruise control, you can hit cancel or tap the brake pedal. Then you do have a zone selector right here, so you can choose 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that's how close it'll follow the vehicle in front of you. Then you do have a mode button here where you can switch it from adaptive cruise control to adaptive cruise control, but it's an eco mode, so it'll try to be more fuel efficient. And then you can switch it to regular cruise control mode where it won't slow you down at all. And then this vehicle does have lane trace assist. So if you're driving down the highway with the cruise control set, it'll look ahead at the lines in front of you and try to keep the vehicle perfectly centered. If you don't like that, you can turn it off right here. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have volume controls for the radio you could turn up and down. Then these arrows here will go through your favorite radio station presets. Above that, you have a voice command button. Tune to XM channel 57.
Here's Y2 Country on Sirius XM.
Above that, you have a clear button. If you ever get a notification up on the screen, you can hit this to clear it. Then the left, right, up and down arrow is for changing the center display. You can go up and down through those left side tabs to show different information. And then if you push the right arrow, it'll change up the entire display. On the left side of the dash, you have an up and down arrow here. This will adjust the brightness on your instrument panel. Then if your vehicle came equipped with a key card, this is where you would hold it when you want to start the vehicle using the key card. Next to that, you have a power liftgate button. If you hold it for like 2 seconds, it'll open the liftgate. Hold it again, it'll close it. And then down here, you have a fuel door release, and then right there is to open your hood. Finally, on the driver door, this is your window locks. If you turn this on, nobody can roll the windows up or down. Then you have all 4 window controls. They are all one-touch auto up and down, so if you give it a quick push, it rolls all the way down. And if you lift up on it real quick, it'll roll all the way back up. Then you can lock and unlock the doors right there. For adjusting the mirrors, you just hit the left mirror, move left mirror around, hit the right mirror, move the right mirror around, and then if you put it back in the center, if you bump it, it won't go anywhere. And that should be all the buttons on this 2026 Toyota RAV4 XLE Premium. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you.